I'd like to get that black back on its spot.
14.
Well, it seemed to spring off that cushion then. And that's the first big bounce I've seen. It certainly flummoxed Jamie Jones. He expected to be nicely on the black. He's got a tough blue or yellow now. That's what. And that's where he finished. Fortunate. But that was a good blue.
27.
And he's on this red to the corner. Well, once again, he loses the cue ball. I'm pretty sure he played for the yellow there. That's another good pot.
33.
And that's another one. But this time he's unfortunate. Can't see enough of the pink to pot it into. And he's. Well, it's a tough pot, this one, even if he decides to take it on. He's took it on.
And he's got it.
Great pot. Wow, what's happened? He's called a push shot on himself.
Indeed so. What an honest young man, as indeed most of these professional players are. At first glance, watching that, it did not appear to be a push shot, and certainly Zhu Ying didn't call it.
Wow, as you say, Mike, what great sporting qualities that is.
Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Whoa. Well, yes, his cue time. Well, Jamie Jones, what honesty.
Yes, well done.
In normal time, you would not see that. Sometimes you hear it.
Yeah, well. But nobody else saw it. So full marks to Jamie Jones. If he hadn't called it on himself, he could very well have been 3-1 up.
Yes, I think that's a very crucial point you make there, Joe. He was at that point heading towards 3-1, and indeed still may win this frame to make it 3-1. Because he's back at the table now.
Oh,
well picked out.
Terrific shot.
Hard to believe that since, as I look at this great pot again, he's produced a few of these. It's hard to believe that since that quarter-final appearance on his Crucible debut earlier this year, he's lost in the Wuxi Classic, the Australian Open and the new International Championship at the first time of asking, not qualifying for any of them.
Jamie Jones won.
Well, the way he's been potting, I expected him to take that green on. And I suppose doesn't want to lose his lead, and he's got a 33-point lead. And this time hasn't quite got that cue ball close enough to the cushion. And I think John Higgins is being forced to take this red on. Can't see another safety shot.
Well, we've observed his long potting so far in this match, Joe. There's only been one really good long pot that's been successful. But there's another.
It's about time. It was a good pot. And Jamie just might rue not taking that green on.
Eight. Nine.
Great shot.
Never looked like missing, did it?
16. Yes, sure. 17. Thank you.
And now that he's on it like this, as well take it.
25.
The gap between them closing then in this fourth frame. So this next red levelling the scores, and Jamie Jones now a little anxious. He looked to be a good bet for 3-1 at the mid-session interval. Just that green close to the baulk cushion, which might be a little bit of a problem.
Yes, green. He's just come a little too straight on the green. He's going to have to force this green in now to get to the brown.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you have to force it.
John Higgins, 42.
He was on the brown. But Jamie Jones still in this game.
Yes,
Big frame this one, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. This is massive for Jamie Jones, particularly facing a player of John's calibre.
Except he's left Jamie Jones with a chance.
Wow.
So close.
And I'll be disappointed with that. He's been successful with more difficult shots than that. Oh, I don't think he was intending the green to cannon off the black, but he'll take. Nine. Well.
Not sure what he played, but it was very risky, whatever it was. And he's very fortunate. Look at this, and it'd be a good shot to pot this into the corner.
Well, I think he's going.
47.
Well, that was a very clever little shot that John played, and it's given him the frame. It's going to be 2-2 at the mid-session interval. John Higgins 2, Jamie Jones 2. More to come after this.
In your heart.
Let the bass kick.
Follow the score of your favorite team live and find the latest results and features with Eurosport's Live Score.
With Eurosport.com. Results, fixtures and tables, and follow your favourite sports events live.
For pure class, you can't beat the Wednesday selection. Whether it's on the fairways with the major tours in golf, with the horses and riders in the best of equestrian sport, or battling the oceans with the most gifted names in sailing. It's all here on Eurosport's Wednesday selection.
Back with this John Higgins, Jamie Jones affair here in Shanghai. This snooker's third major ranking event. Against Ryan Day, whoever gets through.
Yes, couldn't see enough of the red to pot it. So just tried to play a containing safety shot. Well, if you can clip this red, that's closest to the right corner. Well, he hasn't clipped it thin enough. And this red is now on to the right corner. The red needed to be close to the cushion. Oh, that's a good shot.
Well, he hasn't been successful with too many long pots. There was not a lot wrong with that one.
Yes, he got an important one in the last frame as well. And he seems to be getting the important ones.
8, 9,
Cue ball just travelling a little bit close to the black than he intended. But it's still on now, this black. Yeah, it's just awkward cueing, playing the red into the left corner. He's had a look at the red in the middle. £10,000
24,
maximum. It's a rollover.
Yes, the break in the tournament itself is a modest £2,000, not to be sniffed at, but yes, there is the rollover. 5,000 per
25,
ranking event. And if it's not 1 in 1, it becomes 10,000 in the next, then 15,000 and so on until somebody hits the jackpot. Another of Barry Hearn's little inventions, of which there have been many this last 2 or 3 years.
Yes, it's exciting times for a snooker player nowadays.
Some players like John here are opting out of certain tournaments,
41,
just as golfers and tennis players do. They don't play every single week. What a change, Joe, from quite recent times when players were struggling for match play.
$49,
His first half century of this match.
Yes, and the reason he took that one is that it freed the other one just at the back of the pack there.
Eight reds, 8 blacks.
65,
In his career. In fact, I remember a few years ago he got 2.
Well, that was frame ball. Needs a bit of luck here.
He's had it though.
Well, how does he get to the black from here? Maybe a double?
Well, I think the double's the only shot. He's won the frame, which maximum is always in your mind at this stage, isn't it? Enough for the frame. Jamie Jones staying in his chair, and so John Higgins now leads the Welshman 3 frames to 2.
Competition everywhere.
It's the World Championships with 3 ways to grab a title. The team time trial, the individual time trial, and the road race. A golden opportunity to finish the season in style. The World Road Championships, live from the Netherlands, Saturday, 15:15 on Eurosport.
The prospectors of snooker, aiming to strike gold. When it all pans out, hard work and a touch of luck will see one of them stake their claim. The Shanghai Masters, every day at 8:30, live on Eurosport.
Well, welcome back once again. John Higgins now leading Jamie Jones here by 3 frames to 2 as they search, the two of them, for a place in tomorrow's second round. The last 16.
He's left the cue ball there.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, his long potting was his weakness earlier on in this match, but my goodness me.
Well, it won him the last frame, didn't it? That long red.
It certainly did. And that was equally as good.
Well, that's not so good. Played for the red. And now he's left with a very tough red with the rest. And he's going to have to... Well, got his little attachment, and that could make the difference. Well, that made it a little easier.
5.
Yes, he won't enjoy the queuing, though, for the next shot.
And again, would like to play for the red into the left corner, which would take him to the black. The red to the right of the pink. And that's what he's played. He's played for the one into the left corner. Now we may decide to go into them here. Didn't need to, because there are loose reds he can play for.
Oh, that's just about perfect, Joe, with the black available into the right corner.
Well, he could. Yeah.
31. Nine. 40.
Yes, red, but he might leave himself an angle here to go into them. And that looks perfect. Now, is he on one?
Can he see that red into the left middle? Is there room past the red, which he's almost touching? Looks like he can get to it.
56.
And in it goes. And back in prime position. This is looking very ominous for Jamie Jones.
Well, he got his eye in the last frame. In terms of break building. Frame ball then, all too rapidly. Well, they're certainly appreciating the snooker they're seeing here from John Higgins.
70.
Well, this is going to be 3 in a row for the Scotsman. Remember, he was trailing Jamie Jones 2-1 at one stage in this match.
78. $85. $92. $93.
Oh, I don't think that's quite as intended, but, well, he's still on a baulk colour, but he's got to get that next red if he's to get a century.
$95.
Ah, not quite. Well, it was a very good 95. There were some excellent shots in there, and following the 80 in the previous frame, now it's totally reversed. John Higgins within 1 frame of victory at 4 frames to 2.
Let the bass kick.
And find the latest results and features with Eurosport's live score.
All your favourite events from Eurosport and Eurosport 2 are also available on Eurosport Player. The multi-channel function allows you to watch Eurosport, Eurosport 2 and Eurosport News at the same time. Additional live coverage on the bonus channels, plus an extensive on-demand library lets you watch what you want, when you want. Eurosport Player, the best way to watch sport wherever you are. To find out more, go to eurosportplayer.com.
For pure class, you can't beat the Wednesday selection. Whether it's on the with the horses and riders in the best of equestrian sport, it's all here on Eurosport's Wednesday selection. Every Wednesday night, pure class.
The Wednesday selection, brought to you by Rolex.
Frame 7, John Higgins to break.
Frame 7 of a possible 9, but John Higgins will hope now that it doesn't go to 9. Jamie Jones, his opponent, earnestly hoping exactly that. 2 very good breaks in the last 2 frames, an 80 and a 95, have given John Higgins very much the upper hand after a somewhat hesitant start on his part. Jamie Jones, but things totally turned around now. Off picture, not quite sure what it is, but has she sorted things out now? Well, we can't be certain what all that was about, but things seem to have been sorted.
There's that attempted pot from Jamie. He's got to start. He's pushed one over the corner again.
And not got the cover.
Well, fortunately, the black doesn't go into the left corner. Oh, what a couple of good kisses that was. First on the red and then on the pink. Still, when you're playing well, things tend to go for you. When you need the run, seem to go against you. This red next to the black will clear things up very nicely around the black area.
Well, Joe, is he off again? An 80, a 95, and in the balls here. Could this be the denouement?
Well, I don't know about that. And when he takes this red, that frees the other two into the right corner, left middle. And Jamie Jones can only watch and hope. Overcooked that one a little.
A lot.
40.
You won't quite know where the cue ball's going, and the red will be over the pocket if he misses it.
If he misses it. And look at that.
Well, he knew exactly where the cue ball was going.
Great shot.
Played it superbly.
Too true. That really was a great shot. Perfect strength. And John, from being 2 frames to 1 behind, can now see the winning line. So a 3rd consecutive half-century. Winning line now, and Jamie Jones is wondering now whether he's going to get back to the table.
Well, that's 62. He needs a red and a big colour.
62.
Yes, blue or more would be enough to leave Jamie Lee needing a snooker. But I suspect it's going to be another black.
63.
So this would make it 70 the lead, with only 67 on the table. A snooker anyway, but where's the next red?
John Higgins 70.
Yes, just 1 snooker required. But John Higgins, cleverly playing that red down the table, wants to send all the reds down the table, and Jamie Jones has got no choice here but to send that red down the table, away from the black. Didn't want to bring it back down the table. Well, that would surely have been end of frame and match. But this is a lifeline for Jamie Jones. He needs to pot this red, get onto the black.
Well, he's done that. Oh, I don't believe that. He fouled and John has won. Well, well. 5 frames to 2 then. John Higgins wins after Jamie Jones concedes an 80, a 95 and a 70. Well, there we have our matches for tomorrow morning, 8:30 Central European Time, 7:30 on British.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed
una operación en la cual murió Osama Bin Laden. عملية عسكرية تؤدي إلى مقتل أسامة بن
of Al-Qaeda.
BBC World Service is available in 27 different languages, online.
Let the bass kick.
Follow the score of your favorite team live and find the latest results and features with Eurosport's Live Score.
News in real time. Sports events live.
The teenagers with the world at their feet as Azerbaijan plays host to 15 nations on the FIFA Under-17 trophy trail. Germany and France are both involved, but the South Korean champions failed to qualify, and the gates to football glory are wide open. The Under-17 Women's World Cup, live from Azerbaijan, Saturday at 12 on Eurosport.
Chen breaking. That's not the best of starts when you're trailing the World Championship trophy at the Crucible in Sheffield. First to 5, remember, going through to the last 16 matches, all of which will be played tomorrow.
Yes, that poor break-off from Chen Filong, not being punished by Neil Robertson.
Waiting for the winner of this one, Joe, it's your namesake, Joe Perry, who was the winner of that match against Matthew Stevens yesterday.
Yes, he seems to have started playing well again, Joe Perry. It's nice to see. Great player. Got to the semi-final of the World Championship. Only just lost to Ali Carter, if I remember rightly. Great match, that one. Both players on the top of the form.
Another update from Table 1 as we look at that red again, smashing into the pack as well. Stephen Lee has gone 2-1 ahead of Marcus Campbell.